lovers and friends, a warm welcome to Financial Freedom with Honeybee. My name is Malanda Hanawe, and on this channel, I'm taking you guys through my personal journey to financial freedom. On today's episode, I want to share with you guys my road trip to Mozambique. I thought I was gonna do a vlog, but your girl forgot to vlog. I forgot to do the vlogging thing. I was enjoying myself so much that I forgot to vlog. So I'm just gonna give you the highlights of that road trip, and I feel like it's very important I share it with you guys because for me, I love traveling, and I feel like people who go through financial freedom journeys, they tend to stop doing the things that they love by focusing mostly on reaching that goal of financial freedom. So you don't have to reach the goal to enjoy your life or to do the things that you love. You can do those things in moderation. So you can do those things moderately. You don't have to excessively do it all the time. You can just do it in moderation so that you are still in balance. You're still doing the things that you love. You are doing your financial freedom journey on the side. And yeah, you are a well-balanced human being. So don't wait for you to achieve the goal before you start enjoying your life. Maybe what you love is not traveling, it's something different, but ensure that when you do those things that you love, please do them in moderation. Don't be excessive because you might not reach that financial goal after all, right? So yeah, I went on a road trip to Mozambique. So we went through Swaziland because obviously I wanted to go to Swaziland for quite a number of years, but obviously I didn't have activities that I wanted to do, specific activities that I wanted to do there, but I wanted to see the place so that I can say, okay, I have been in Swaziland, I've seen how it is, yeah, right? I wanted to go there for the vibes. I wanted to go there for just to know the place. So we went to Mozambique via Swaziland. So also this trip was relatively affordable. I wanted to say this trip was cheap, but it was really affordable. So it costed us 3,400 rand per person for the whole trip. This includes petrol, it includes accommodation, it includes food, everything, that activities. So it covered everything, money that we paid in the borders, basically everything for that amount. And it was the four of us, it was only 4 people that went. And yeah, basically if we were to call the whole trip, it costed about 13,200 or 13,600, somewhere there. But yeah, it costed 3,400 rand per person, which included accommodation, transport, all the costs, toll gates, food, and activities. So everything that a trip might cost, that's how much it costed per person. So yeah, on the first day we left Nelspruit 12 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Yeah, we left Nelspruit 10 o'clock, and then we went to Swaziland. On the border of Swaziland, I'll put in the name of the borders that we used. We used the one closer to Mbabane because we wanted to go to Mbabane and have lunch there. So we used the one next to basically closer to Mbabane, which is Otsuk. Yeah, I'll put it in the right name if I didn't pronounce it nicely. It's Otsuk. We went there, and from Nelspruit to the border, we only poured petrol of 200 rand. And the reason for that is petrol in Swaziland is very cheap. So at the time in South Africa, petrol was around 23 rand 80 cents, and then we poured it for 20 rand in Swaziland. And the reason for that is in South Africa, we pay for a lot of levies, URAF and other levies that we pay on our petrol. In Swaziland, they do not pay for those levies, so they only pay for the price of the petrol itself without the other levies that we pay for. So yeah, we just poured 200 rand and then we topped our car when we were in Swaziland because it was cheaper. So we got to the border, they charged us 100 rand because we were paying or we're driving our own car. So if you're driving your own car, they will charge you 100 rand at that border to get in the country with your own car. And obviously they will do some paperwork so that they know that you didn't steal that car when they stop you on the road. So they give you the paperwork. We paid 100 rand and we went into Swaziland and we drove to Mbabane and had lunch. So we had lunch at Nando's. The Nando's there is the same as the one in South Africa. They cook the same. The prices are the same because if you look at South African rand and the Swaziland currency, it's a 1:1. So whatever you pay here, it's how much you'll pay that side. So a 10 rand here, it's a 10 rand that side. So yeah, so we had lunch at Nando's. After Nando's, we drove to the next border, which was, I forgot the name, but somewhere. I'll put in the name. We drove to that border that will get us into Mozambique. So when we go to Mozambique, we went to the border gates, we stamped our passports, we paid for the car, we got the paperwork. I think we paid 50 rand, I'm not sure. But yeah, for the paperwork. And after that, they took us, this guy said, okay, this guy will explain what's next. The what's next, that's where they scam people. So please, if these things is not done inside the border gate itself, please do not pay anyone outside that border gate or that office any money. So we went to that guy. That guy was wearing a reflector that was written Department of Health. So why is the person wearing Department of Health going to assist us? Like, I didn't understand that part. So he went and explained that you have to pay 370 for insurance. I'm like, we are insured in South Africa, so why do we need insurance now? He was like, no, you need insurance when you're driving in the Mozambique tar roads, so they will ask for those insurance papers. I was like, nope, guys, we are not paying for this. And you must take note that in Mozambique, they speak in Portuguese. So if you don't understand Portuguese, at least have somebody who speaks Shangan so that they can speak with them. So I was the Shangani friend, so I was able to speak with those guys in Shangan. But obviously also when they want that money, when I was talking with them in Shangan, they didn't want to budge basically. They still wanted that money. They said it was 370, we didn't pay that. So we drove. We didn't pay that money, we drove. And in all the stoppages that we had inside Mozambique, nobody asked about that insurance. So please, when you go to Mozambique, do not pay any insurance outside, or don't pay anything outside of where they stamp your passport. That is tip number one. Don't pay for insurance outside. And also, what is also important is ensure that you have money, especially when you get to Mozambique. In Swaziland, we didn't have a problem. We were swiping our own cards. Life was good. So when we go to Mozambique, other places they don't swipe, they wanted cash. So ensure that you have a bit of cash, Mozambican currency cash, so that you can use it that side. So when you get to the border, as soon as you find an ATM, just withdraw a bit of money so that you can use it on buying stuff and also paying for the toll gates. So we went. First night, we went to Maputo. We were going to sleep in Maputo. So the first place where we booked, we paid, I think, 1.3 for the night for the four of us. The place was 1.3 ngempela. Like, yo, I knew we didn't want something fancy, but that one, whew. Hi. I don't know. That place was, it also had a pool. So that pool, you know, when you see a place with a pool, you're like, no, this place looks decent. Hi. It was just okay, guys, for sleeping. But the bathroom was outside. The toilet was outside. Everything was not in the room. You know, when you are booking for a place, you are looking for something that has an in-suite where you can bath close by, you can use the bathroom close by. There, the bathroom was outside. And then in the morning when we were bathing to leave, we struggled to bath because they have water issues. So only 2 people bathed, and then the rest of us we had to bath inside the main house of the hosts because there was no water in our side of the house or of the yard. So there was that struggle. So we had to bath with cold water. But yeah, we paid 1.3, which if you divide it by 4, it's about maybe 3 something. Okay, yeah, but yeah, we did that. We learned our lesson, but yeah. After that, we left and went to Maputo CBD. We went and saw the statue of Samora Machel. It was very beautiful. We took nice photos there, and after we went and had brunch at South Beach. So everyone, if you go to Maputo, please go to South Beach. It's very beautiful. The food is nice, the vibes. Oh, the place is nice. So we went to South Beach and had lunch there, or breakfast. late breakfast, or you can call it brunch. We had brunch. The fish is nice. When you're in Mozambique, please, if you are somebody who enjoys seafood, everything is fresh there. It looks like they go and catch it for you and come and do the things. So when you're ordering, it will take a bit of time because it looks like they prepare everything from scratch. But it's nice. The food is nice. So we had food at South Beach, and then we drove to Belen. So that was the location. That was the bucket list, Belen, right? We went to Belen, and the place that we booked in Belen was so beautiful. Super, 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 super beautiful. But the mistake that we made, the place didn't have a Wi-Fi. So if you are booking for a place in a foreign country, ensure they have a Wi-Fi, because your network, the probability of it working is 0. So please ensure that you have a working Wi-Fi so that you can call your family using WhatsApp, or you can communicate on Facebook or social media, because you are likely not going to make calls. I use a telecom SIM card, so I was not able to make any calls there. So ensure that you have the place that you book at has Wi-Fi. So the place was nice, it was beautiful, everything was spotless. The space, the bedrooms, it had 3 bedrooms. It could sleep 4 people, so we were 4. So we still had like sufficient space. They had swimming pool, like it had everything other than the Wi-Fi. So please, Wi-Fi is very important when you are booking a location or a place to stay at a foreign country. Ensure that there's Wi-Fi so that you can be able to communicate with your loved ones. And another thing that I forgot to mention at the beginning is, if you are going to a foreign country and you are driving your own car, please ensure that you download the maps before you enter the borders. And the reason for this is, please download while you're in South Africa, so that when you lose network, you have the maps so that you don't get lost, because you don't want to get lost in a foreign country and you don't know where you are going and you don't know the language of that country. It's just gonna frustrate you. So download the maps before you get to the place or before you get to that country. So download the maps, know that okay, from here I'm going there, from here I'm going there, so that you have all those maps downloaded and saved, so that they are ready to navigate you to all the places that you are visiting, right? So we slept in Belen. We woke up, that night we had lunch at this restaurant. What scared me the most, didn't scare me, it surprised me, is I went there and I ordered Milo. Everything they read it in Tonga, because I'm a Tonga person, so I know that's how we read in Tonga. So they read everything in Tonga. In the menu, everything is written like they read it as it's written. So Milo, they read it as Milo. I was like, yo, can I have Milo? And they were like, what is Milo? I had to show them, and they were like, no, Milo, you want Milo? I was like, Milo? Ha! So everything in the menu, just show them or read it in Tonga if you know it, because they are Portuguese and Shangan, so they know Shangan, so they read it in the Shangan language. So that's something that just blew my mind. I was like, oh, okay. So we had lunch for that night there, and we also ordered pizza for the following morning so that we can have breakfast and carry on with our lives. So and another tip that I want to give you is, when you are going to Mozambique, make sure that you have a 4x4. If you don't have a 4x4, ensure that you hire a 4x4. If you're not gonna drive yourself, at least somebody from Mozambique should be driving you, because they know the roads, they can navigate the sandy roads. It's not a lot of places that had sand, but in those places you're gonna struggle when you do not have a 4x4. They had to push us to get to the location that we booked for the second night. And there was another road that we could have led us there, but still, it was still a problematic road with a SUV. It needed a 4x4, a 4 drive wheel, or whatever 4x4 has. So it needed a 4x4, right? So if you're going there, ensure that whoever is gonna take you is from Mozambique, or you are driving a 4x4, so that you don't have issues. And another thing is, when you're in a foreign country, please drive the stipulated limit for the road. If they say 60 km/h, please drive 60 km/h, because you'll get arrested. And I don't think being arrested in a foreign country is nice. And the police are everywhere, especially in Mozambique. They are everywhere, and they'll stop you just because you have a South African number plate. They will stop you for that. They will want all the paperwork just because you are South African. So please ensure that you have your paperwork in order. You are driving the speed limit because they've got cameras as well. So please ensure that you are a, what do you call it, obeying citizen. You obey the rules of the country. So yeah, we slept in Belen. The following morning we had pizza for breakfast, and before we left we went to Nungwa restaurant. There you go with a speedboat. We crossed the water. What do you call that part of water that is not the ocean but it's a lot of water? There's a word for it. What do you call it? I don't know the word now, but we crossed that with a boat, speedboat. It's nice. I think they charged us 1.5 or yeah, I think 1.5 for the whole trip going and coming back. Then we go to the Nungwa resort. We swam there, we had lunch there, everything was fresh, everything was nice. They had Wi-Fi, it was not so strong, but we were able to update our WhatsApp statuses and tell our families that we are still alive and kicking. Life is good, right? It was nice. So we enjoyed ourselves there. I'm gonna show you the video. I'll play it now so that you can see how beautiful that place is. It's very, very, very beautiful. We swam. You can also do snorkeling there. They also have 4x4 quad biking. Yeah, they also have quad biking. Didn't do quad biking. It was already hot, and me, I was like, yo, I've done enough quad biking in my life that I don't think I would want to go to a place just to do quad biking. I want other activities other than quad biking, right? So they had the quad biking. We didn't do that. We swam and we had lunch, took the speedboat back, 1 o'clock. We were driving back to South Africa, and then we go to the border. This one we used, what is that border? I forgot. And I see that border name every day, but yeah, I forgot that border name. We're going into the border. Then when you're in South Africa, 140 kilometer, 120 kilometer, 100 kilometer, you are driving the right kilometer per hour, then you get home on time. So yeah, I think let me just sum this whole experience. Please, when you get to Mozambique, don't pay for car insurance. You are already insured in South Africa, right? When you are traveling to a country and you are driving yourself, ensure that you download the maps of all the places that you're gonna be going to, so that if you don't have network, you don't get lost, right? All the places that you book for or you book at, ensure that they have Wi-Fi. When you get to Mozambique, ensure that you've got the money, their currency. You withdraw money, you've got their currency, especially for the toll gates and for buying stuff, because other restaurants, they do not have the speed points that you can tap or do whatever you like to do with your card. They don't do that. And also other waitresses and waiters, they want to be tipped in cash. So for those purposes, have cash for that country. We didn't need cash for Swaziland. Maybe you might need cash in other areas, but we only went to Mbabane, so I'm not sure about other areas. But yeah, have a bit of cash of that country. Number 6, drive the speed limit, the stipulated speed limit. 8 or 7, please, like when you like traveling, travel in a group, so that for safety purposes, and also it's cheaper. If you like traveling alone, it's good, but if you want to travel cheaper, go with a group of friends so that it can be cheaper, or a group of strangers that you guys love the same thing. At least vet them first so that they don't kidnap you. I don't know if they do kidnappings, but yeah, travel in a group so that you can share the cost, especially accommodation and petrol. Anything else, you're gonna still eat the same as you were eating in your house, so those ones won't change much. But things like accommodation and transport, basically the more the better, because you can separate that or divide that in the number of people that you go with, right? So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to share with you guys. I think this is very important that I share with you guys, because you do not wait, or you don't need to wait for financial freedom to arrive before you enjoy your life. Enjoy your life now, do the things that you love now, while not forgetting that the goal is to reach financial freedom in our lifetime. So this is the EFF slogan, I think. But yeah, love you lots. I will see you guys on the next video.